donation cut number 3 is in progress. I was supposed to do this actually like 2 or 3 months ago. I straightened my hair and everything. I was over it. I was like, it is time to cut my hair again. I try not to cut my hair like arbitrarily, just randomly, because I like to get it to a length where I can donate. And so I knew that I was getting the itch. So like 2 months ago, I straightened my hair. I was ready to do it. I was like, I'm about to cut it. But then one of my friends had a party, like a graduation party, and it was super humid. Like, it was so humid that day. And so I went to the party, and then of course, like, my hair wasn't straight anymore. Like, I mean, it was straight, but it was not as straight as I would like it to be to feel comfortable to cut it for a donation. So I was like, dang, man, I missed my boat. I have to deal with this for a little while longer, and I didn't want to straighten it like too soon, like back to back. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait a little bit before I try to straighten it again. And here we are. It is time. It is time. I got the scissors ready. I got my tape measure. Is that what it's called? I know where I'm donating it to this time. So the first time I cut my hair, well, I did a big chop, cut out my relaxer in 2011. Yeah, summer 2011 is when I did a big chop. And at that point, I wasn't thinking about donation at all. Like, literally never crossed my mind. I was just like, I'm trying to go natural. I need to get this relaxer out, so I cut my hair. And then I let it grow for a while. And then in 2015, after I finished pharmacy school, I was like, all right, I want to be long and flowing for graduation. I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to cut it again. And at that time, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's long enough for me to donate it. So I looked up nonprofits that accepted donations. I looked into Locks of Love, and I probably looked into some other ones. But I think that first time I ended up going with Locks of Love. So I cut it, and it was scary. And I think I cut off more than I was supposed to, but it worked out, and I donated it. The next time I did a donation cut probably would have been 2018-ish. I know that's around the same time I colored my hair, so I think it would have been around that same time. I think I cut it, and then I dyed it purple. So I think that was 2018. And at that time, there was color in my hair. Like, I had colored my hair in that in-between period. And so I think in that case, I had to donate to Pantene Beautiful Lengths because Locks of Love was not accepting color treated hair. I think, y'all don't quote me on that, but I remember wherever I donated it, it had to be to a place that accepted color treated hair. So I did not intend to cut my hair this short, but we in this. So part 1 done. I cut way too much on this side, way too much, but it's gonna be cute though. It's gonna be cute though. I'll be wearing my hair straightened all winter. And so now we are here again. I've cut my hair some in between that time because the dye from the purple and the heat damaged my hair. So I had to like cut out heat damage, and I've done a little like a series of smaller chops to get that heat damage out. But I mean, this is the longest that my hair has ever been as an adult. I mean, like, it's pretty long. And I think that part of it is because I was pregnant in 2018, 2019. Well, in 2019, I was pregnant, and I took a lot of prenatal vitamins, and I'm still taking them. Like, I just kept taking them as my multivitamin. So I think that might have had something to do with it, because sometimes when people are like, oh, your hair grows so fast, I'm like, really, it doesn't grow that fast. It kind of grows at the same rate as average, I feel like. But this time around, I'm like, nah, like, this shit grew fast. But also, I'm at the point where, like, I'm ready to let it go. So I'll just give you a few shots while I figure out how I'm going to approach this donation. I don't know if I'm gonna like put it in 4 ponytails or if I'm gonna like flip it over and do like the flip cut. We're gonna see. If you saw my cut last time, you know that I cut off way more than I had intended to. I think I was going for 9 or 10 inches and cut off like 13. I don't want to do that again. So I'm gonna take my time with this one. I don't know if my hair is long enough to do it. Like, first of all, okay. So Pantene Beautiful Links, they used to partner with American Cancer Society to donate the hair that they collected for like for ACS wigs, but they closed that program down at the end of 2018. So I'm gonna be donating to Locks of Love, and they need at least 10 inches top to bottom. So that's kind of an idea of how much I'm gonna cut off. I'm really not planning to have on my head, so we'll see how that goes. No, I'm not doing this. I don't trust that, okay? I'm doing it the way that I've been doing it. I rock it off too much. I just cut off too much. It's okay. My hair, I don't know if it's not long enough to do the over my head thing, or if the layers are too much, but it's feeling like a no for me, dog. Also, last time I did it in 2 ponytails. I'm gonna try 4. I'm gonna do it in 4 ponytails this time. Because I think part of the problem was that I was trying to cut too much hair at once, and my hair was way too thick to be doing that. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about the first time I cut my hair, like not the first donation cut, but the big chop, because I really didn't tell anybody I was doing it. And even if I did mention it to somebody, they probably didn't believe me. So I just took the scissors to the head one day, and I sent around the pictures like, hey y'all, look what I just did. And folks were pretty mad, which is so funny because like, it's my hair. I'll never understand why people care that much about what I do with my hair. And then when I donated it, I think that definitely, when I cut it again to donate, the first donation cut, I think that also shocked people. My mom used to always tell me when I was growing up, because I didn't get a relaxer until I was in the 9th grade. So growing up, I always had really thick, long hair, and it wasn't relaxed. And the only reason, I used to beg my mom to get it relaxed too, by the way. But in retrospect, I'm glad she didn't let me. Well, actually, I take it back. She wanted to let me get it relaxed because she was responsible for doing my hair. And like, I didn't go to the hairdresser very often, only if it was like a super special occasion. Like, I can probably count the number of times pre-relaxer that I went to the hairdresser. But because she was the one who was responsible for doing my hair most often, she was like, I'm like, girl, if you want to relax, say less. But my daddy refused. Like, he was like, nope, you do not need a relaxer. Like, no, you cannot. So I was not able to get one until the 9th grade, and the only reason that I was able to get one then was because when I went to high school, I started in a marching band, and I grew up in South Carolina. My mom was like, listen, I'm not doing this girl hair every day. Like, wow, it's way more. Okay. I'll have to pull it down. She's like, I'm not doing this girl hair every day. Like, no, I'm not doing that. For her to go out there and like sweat it out. She's like, you're gonna have to get a relaxer if you want to do band. And I was like, say the word, sis, let's get it. So I got a relaxer. I don't know how this story started. I feel like I was about to tell you something specific, but I don't know what it was at this point. Um, I think I was just saying, like, I grew up with a lot of hair, so it's kind of, I feel like people kind of identify me as the girl with the long hair. And so because of that, it was really shocking to people when I cut it. Oh, this is what I was saying, but my mom used to always tell me that if I cut my hair, it wouldn't grow back. So I was always terrified to like cut my hair because I thought that if I cut it, like that was it ain't gonna grow back. So when I did it, she was like, I mean, I was grown, so, you know, it wasn't a whole lot she could say, but she was definitely not happy with it, with my decision. And, but I think the thing is, after I did that big chop and the way that my hair like grew back, it was like proof that, okay, if I cut my hair, like, it's not gone forever, it'll come back. And so, yeah, I think that one of the other things one of the other reasons that I like to occasionally cut it, right, is so that it was a big deal for me when I big chopped my hair again. In addition to being a big deal for other people, let me not play like it was not a big deal for me. It was a huge deal for me because my hair is a large part of like kind of my identity and the way that people saw me. And this is my first time saying, actually, like, I'm gonna get rid of that part of my identity. And I use that very loosely because I know it's really not my identity. But this also is kind of a symbolic time because it's October, and with it being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, at least in the US, I often think about my mother's journey with breast cancer, and when I was in the like 9th, 10th grade, that was like a significant part of my experience, was like witnessing her go through chemotherapy and radiation. I distinctly remember as she was going through her treatment and the way that the treatment affected her hair. You know, the first couple of treatments, it was kind of fine, at least from what I remember, it's kind of fine, nothing terribly noticeable. But after a couple of treatments, her hair started to get very matted, like extremely hard to comb, almost impossible to comb. And then over time, like that transitioned to actual hair falling out. And I remember her calling me into my grandma's bathroom one day and saying, look, and she kind of showed me her hair in the way that it was falling out, and she cut it. And that, you know, was an experience that has always stuck with me. And so I try not to take hair too seriously, and I try not to let my hair identify me, because I know that this is a very, like, not superficial thing, because hair means a lot to people, but I know that this is something that like does not define who I am, and also like will not necessarily always be here. And so part of me like periodically cutting it off is to remind myself, like, sis, whatever you got going on, it's okay, and your hair does not define you. If it's gonna grow back, it'll grow back. If it doesn't, you can handle that too. In the meantime, if I am gonna be cutting my hair off, let me make sure that I'm giving it to people who can really use it and benefit from it. So that's why I do this. So I'm dedicating this cut to my mommy. And all the other people who have faced breast cancer out there. There's way more than 10 inches, even if I started like up here, because I have to include like what I cut off from here too. That's one of the mistakes I made last time. Yeah, that'd be good. And then after I cut this, I probably will go to a professional stylist who can fix my hair, because I know the cut is not going to be like ideal for the hair that is left over on my head. Like, it's probably going to look crazy for a little minute, but I really don't mind that. I could just wash it, and what I'm looking forward to is being able to do the simple styles like a puff. Who knew? I would love to be able to do a simple ass puff. Or a wash and go that doesn't actually take 5 hours. I'm looking forward to that. Oh my god, I remember the first time I washed my hair after I cut it. I was like, bruh, is this life? How is this possible? That was revolutionary. That was like, again, my hair has always been long and thick, so that was like first ever experience, like having a quick wash day, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. What else am I looking forward to? Quicker drying times, because my wash and goes, depending on when I do them, like can take 36 to 48 hours to dry. So I'm excited to be able to like dry my hair in one day. Like, the time that it takes to do long hair cannot be overstated. Like, I know that a lot of people's goal is to have long hair, and I think that's great. Like, however you define healthy, desirable hair, like that's your business. And so if you want long hair, that's awesome. I just think that sometimes people don't understand how much time having long hair takes, especially if it's thick and dense as well. Like, it's legit. You didn't even make my head heavy. Like, my head has been heavy. I can't get like braids and nothing like that because the braid hair on top of my hair, oh my god. I did that one time before I went to study abroad in Spain, residency school. Child, those braids lasted maybe a week. My friend was like, are you seriously taking those out? I was like, yes, this is painful. This is not cool. Okay, so again, y'all, I know this is not gonna be perfect. That is okay. I'll fix it later. I'll have somebody at the salon fix it later. So I think this is it. I think it's snip time. Actually, I don't know if that's okay. I'll start over here. Actually, let me make sure the band is tight because I don't want it to slip out. I'm making this face because I want to bop. Okay. And one more. Y'all, when I get to this point, I'll be stalling because I'll be scared. I'm scared, okay? My heart is beating. See? Fucked it up. Okay, though. Oh my god. Okay, and then this is when I start playing around my hair, but let me wait. Ooh, it's short. Yeah, it's short. Okay. Keep going, baby. You can do it. See if you don't have a choice. See, I always go shorter than I mean to go. 3. And round it out, sis. Oh, it's gone. I think this is even shorter than it was last time. But I'm meant to do it this time. I just don't think I can ever visualize it until it's gone. So,